meditate on this. The subconscious mind is like a black hole. It's a vacuum. It pulls in everything that crosses its path. The portals or gateways to the subconscious mind exist on the human body, in the human body. Some of them are called ears, some of them are called eyes. And you can receive certain signals and things and messages, etc., through these senses, through these tools for senses, sight, hearing, etc. But no matter what you do, no matter what you put in front of your ears, no matter what you put in front of your eyes, just understand that the subconscious mind is going to receive that and it's going to be embedded within you in perpetuity. It's going to be with you forever. And the people in power know this. The ruling class know this, and they do a damn good job of putting things in there that are not going to lead to quality of thought. It's important that you take control of this and try to embed things with high quality of thought into your subconscious mind, so that when they come back to the surface, when they come back, they pop out on the other side, they're fruitful. The things that are good for you, things that lead to quality of thought. So try to embed good things in your subconscious mind. Now that we know we have to program the subconscious mind, do that consciously, the next question becomes, with what? I believe we need to start with music. Music is very natural. Everybody loves music. They're even treating dementia with music, because music can take you to the past, bring you to memories, the vibe. Everything is just seems to come into focus clearly. It's easily visualized when you put music and have a soundtrack to your life. And so what type of music do we listen to? You know, it's part of our daily ritual. It's part of our daily dealings in programming the subconscious mind. The type of music we listen to is very important. And think about quality of thought. Is your music going to nurture the idea of quality of thought? Or is it ratchet? Is it supremely ghetto? Is it trash? Or is it breathing life into you? Right? It's the difference between listening to, something that's promoting death as to something that's promoting life. Looking at some of the neurological effects that happen when you listen to certain types of music, nourishing the brain with that type of music. The TV shows you watch, the movies you watch. What type of shows do you watch, and how are you inspired by them? What are the images that are being implanted in your subconscious mind from the movies and TV and the media that you watch, from the things you watch on YouTube, etc., etc. If you look at one of those controversial stories about TikTok, I said that Chinese people, or the Chinese Communist Party, whatever, has a different algorithm than the one for the Western nations. The one in the Western nations, the kids are watching videos that go viral, doing pranks and all types of silly stuff. And China's algorithm is showing kids completing puzzles and doing math. These are the things they're promoting because they understand the programming of the subconscious mind is very important for the future of your people and where they're going. So with that same concept in mind, what type of media are you always being influenced by? What type of media do you constantly force yourself to be influenced by? What if we saw images of love all the time instead of images of destruction, war, etc., etc.?
What type of media is Hotep Jesus influenced by?
I like the old stuff. I like the classics. Mostly written work, literature. That's the type of stuff I listen to. I listen to a lot of lectures. One of my favorite lecturers is John Henry Clark, Dr. Kaba Kamene. Those are like two of my faves. I like listening to scholarly work, scholarly teachers. I go to bed to to chess videos, but I also need some gangster in my life. You know, I'm not perfect, but I need some, you know, I need some cartel gang member, you know, type programming. You know, that's the stuff I happen to like. You know, I like violent movies. I like heists. I like heist movies, like The Italian Job and Ocean's 11 and, you know, those types of things. I like military movies. Like, I thought the new Top Gun was amazing. But I also try to be conscious of what I'm seeing, and so, you know, what's clear is we're gonna come across some content that is not going to nurture quality or high quality of thought. So what we have to do is we have to wrap this stuff with labels. So what you can do is when an image appears before your subconscious mind, what we can do is we can frame it. So when it gets embedded and it gets stored within your mental hard drive, it's filed in a folder, you know, marked bad, marked good, marked to question, marked, you know, you can label these things. So sometimes when things come into our subconscious mind, we don't frame it, we don't put a label on it. I think we have to say, okay, if I'm watching a movie and they're murdering people, let's say for instance, as we're watching this, we got to label that bad. This is bad. This is no bueno, right? And even some labels that your personal opinion might weigh in on and how you manage this stuff logically. So even though everything's going to be received by your subconscious mind and some things you may enjoy, some pieces of content you may enjoy, it's very important to frame that stuff and label that stuff. So when it gets into your subconscious mind, your subconscious mind knows, okay, this is this and this is that. So it knows clear difference. It's not just sitting there to be sprouted later on in the wrong manner or intent. What is your receptivity? Are you receiving the signals or are you only transmitting them? You have to tune your inner radio to receive messages, not only send them. Sometimes we get caught up with our conscious mind. Our conscious mind is constantly sending signals out to the universe, to God, to friends, family, etc., etc. But sometimes you have to reset yourself and come back to zero and just say, I'm not intending to send any messages, I'm intending to receive them. I call it no mind. I've spoken about this in the past. I want to open up the mind, enter a state of receptivity.
Yeah, I can try to get that handled for you. Again, it's only my second day, so if you can give me a second. How I'm supposed to do this? How the hell are we supposed to do this by 5 o'clock?
I have no clue.
Is that possible? Hey, do you have the password to... How'd you finish all your work already?
He's not tapped in. How'd you get that done so quick?
They think they're gonna be able to budget that?
It's money. That's money right there, you understand?
You guys finished your work 6 hours early?
He's not tapped in.
How you got a safe company, but the safe ain't safe? We got a lot to discuss today. The show starts right now.
2, 1, boom. Hotep Jesus.
Of all the Jesuses I know, he's the Hotepiest. Social scientist and YouTube host, Hotep Jesus.
How the fuck do you get a name like Hotep Jesus?
The one and only Hotep Jesus.
Ryan Sharp, better known to the world as Hotep Jesus.
Hotep Jesus. Hotep Jesus. Hotep Jesus.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
Somebody said, what do you think you are, some kind of Hotep Jesus?
Ooh,
And I
that's
was
good.
just like, ooh, that's sexy. Yes, I do think I'm Hotep Jesus.
Oh, baby, we back. We got a stuffed Grift bag today. I'm your host, Hotep Jesus, the Grift God.
Hotep Jesus. Hotep Jesus. Hotep Jesus.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
Hotep to the chat.
Hotep.
Disclaimer, this stream contains adult humor and was created strictly for comedic and artistic purposes. No offense is intended toward any products individuals featured in this video. What up, chat? Hey, listen, so I think the new format is I think I need to cover everything in 30 to 35 minutes. So I have 25 minutes to go over the CBDC update at the end. So I don't go over time until we have enough time for callers. Hotep CPA in the building. He said Hotep and Bill. Hotep family. Fresh Mike in the house. What up, Mike? Damn, I don't got the Rumble chat up. Oh, that's right, because I had to connect the thing. What up, Kay? Only the future in the chat. Strong Dad in the chat. Cannon Hotep in the chat. What up, family? All right, let's get to the gettings too. I'm sure I didn't set up this screen, did I? Yeah, of course I didn't. If you don't see me set up the screens, that's usually good news because that means I was working. You know what I'm saying? I was working. I was doing shit. I was busy. You know what I mean? You're gonna have to work with me. All right. So, all right. What's in the Grift bag today? First of all, we're just gonna start with the story today. We just gonna that's my new thing too. Start with the story today. Why do I want to start with the story today? So usually what happens is I usually don't start with the story today. Because, you know, it's like a tactic, right? You want to hold people hostage till the end of the show so they watch the whole thing. And I'm like, no, I'm going to go with the story today right up front. So if you want to leave, you can get the fuck out of here after I cover the bullshit ass story of the day. Because the story of the day is usually some fucking bullshit. Because the real fucking news is the shit nobody's fucking interested in. So I'm going to cover the shit, the shitty ass story you want me to talk about first, so you can get the fuck out of here and get on with your day, so we can get to more pressing matters for the intellectual peoples that would like to stay for the real shit. And we're not gonna hold nobody hostage. You want to fucking go, you fucking go. I'm not gonna make you listen to the hot shit. All right. So let's cover the bullshit ass story of the day. Liberty Safe Inc. First of all, whose idea was it? Like, I'd fire whose ever idea it was to post this on social media. I would fire them. You'd be fired. The last thing you want to do is post your bad PR on Twitter, because Twitter is the fucking gulags. Like, it's the epitome of crabs in a barrel, right? And you post this on fucking Twitter of all places. It's like you signed up to be canceled. You created your own cancel moment, Liberty Safe. You were better off posting this shit on fucking Instagram. You were better off posting this on Threads in Instagram. That's what you were better off doing, but that's not what you did. You posted this on Twitter. You sabotaged your own company. Was it on purpose? Was it not? I don't know. Here's what they said. On August 30th, 2023, Liberty Safe was contacted by the FBI requesting access code to the safe of an individual for whom they had a warrant to search their property. The next sentence should go, we told them to kiss our asses. Liberty safes are safe. That's what should have happened. That's what this statement should have said. But instead it says, our company protocol is to provide access codes to law enforcement if a warrant grants them access to property. After receiving the request, we received proof of valid warrant, and only then did we provide them with an access code. Liberty Safe had no knowledge of any of the details surrounding the investigation at the time. Liberty Safe is devoted to protecting the personal property and the Second Amendment rights of our customers. Obviously not, and has repeatedly denied requests for access codes without a warrant in the past. We do not give out combinations without proper legal documentation being provided by authorities. We regularly updated our policies to ensure both compliance with federal and state law and reasonable consumer privacy protections within the law. First and foremost, Liberty Safe is committed to preserving our customers' rights, and we will remain unwavering in those values. What? ChatGPT wrote this shit? This makes absolutely no sense. You cannot be committed to preserving your customers' rights and be unwavering in those values when you waver just because they just because they waved a warrant in front of your face. You said, oh, here's the access code because you got some piece of paper. If I was Liberty Safe, I'd have told the FBI go fuck themselves. It's a safe, and it sort of defeats the purpose of having a safe. Yes, absolutely. Hype to get started. Ant will reach out. He has new packaging options. Sorry, I gotta be fucking CEO of a company at the same time as I'm streaming. I apologize. But who the fuck runs a safe company where your shit ain't safe? And you can't even call this Liberty Safe no more. You gotta call it Liberty Capitulate. Liberty Cucked. This is the epitome of conservatism in America. Back the blue. All that back the blue shit in your safe company and then even back your amendment, your Second Amendment rights. The Quarterman says he ordered a $7,000 Liberty Safe on Saturday. A Lincoln 50 with all the fittings. I am making a call tomorrow to cancel. Then he shows proof of purchase. Damn. Quarterman got money. Damn. He paid for that shit cash. In full. He ain't making payments on it. Jesus. I need that Quarterman money, man. I like Tim Pool's take on this too. He said, I don't care that Liberty Safe gave the code to the feds. I care that they had the codes in the first place. Liberty Safes are completely worthless. Facts. Facts. And just like that, I'm done with the story today. There's nothing else to say. There's nothing else to say. There's nothing else to go over. Just another bullshit story that's going to have people pissed off for some fucking reason. Meanwhile, the shit that they need to be pissed about, you think they'd be pissed about that shit? Of course not. Of course not. Anyway, Grift Bag, new merch, Crackers for Trump. Derek Gibson out of New York has released his new tees, Crackers for Trump 2024. These go well with Niggas for Trump 2024. Make sure y'all go support. Uncle Hotep posted a screenshot getting his grift on. It says updated reported number of pregnancies from VSD integrated healthcare organizations. It says Asians have a 34.2% drop, Black 36% drop, Hispanic 27% drop, others 25%, white 38%. Interesting, white people have the highest drop and Latinos have the lowest drop. That's because Latino women be walking around with them little skirts on. You just can't turn it down. So they popping out babies like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, anybody know what this is due to? Hey, drop a emoji in the chat if you know why these pregnancy cases are dropping. You know, I don't know nothing. Can somebody tell me why? Shout out to Tanai. What up, Tanai? Tanai, Mo Fax was looking for you. He hit me up earlier. He was like, what's that doctor's name? What is VSD? I don't know. I don't fucking know. Get on a coffee grift? We're not doing a coffee grift. Everybody does a coffee grift. Tanai put it in the chat. Cannon said Liberty Safe is an op. Yeah, it's an op. Fucking serious? Larceny safe. Steph Colonel called him larceny safe. Uh-oh, I see the emojis coming in. That chest buster. That's a huge dip in pregnancies. Oh, we don't know why that is. Of course, I have no idea why that. I have no idea what could be causing that. Anyway, AI-generated Drake and The Weeknd song Heart on My Sleeve has been submitted to the Grammys. According to the Recording Academy CEO Harvey Mason Jr. in an interview with the New York Times, he says it's absolutely eligible because it was written by a human. AI music coming soon. Next story. Pentagon is considering the development of a fast network of AI-powered technology, drones, and autonomous systems within the next 2 years to counter threats from China and other adversaries. In other words, they're working on this. This is what they're working on. Okay? The Pentagon says they're working on Terminator. And this is what I was telling y'all before. You know, everybody's talking about, oh, United States is finished because they're drafting trans people into the army. This is the bullshit Uncle Hotep was running around with his antiquated old ass.
He can barely look into the future anymore. His Hotep senses, he's losing his Hotep senses. Oh, because they're drafting women and trans people into the military. Nigga, that's all a fucking distraction. This is the new military. This, as you see on the screen, is the new military. We'll be ready in less than 2 years. We already seen the motherfuckers. All you gotta do is put a gun in his hand. Let's pull it up. All you gotta do is put a gun in his hand. They already got him. Terminator's here. Where y'all been at? He right here. See, the thing is, they got him dancing and doing all types of nice shit so you don't see it coming. All they gotta do is strap a gun to his head. Because he won't have a head. His head will be a gun. You think the gun will be in his hand? No, his hand is gonna be shooting out rockets. His hand's gonna have rockets. He's gonna have rockets for hands. And his head is gonna be a fucking machine gun. Okay? That's straight from the Pentagon. Alright? Pentagon said Terminator coming soon. Well, they didn't say it, but in so few words, if you can read between the lines. Develop a fast network of AI-powered technology, drones, and autonomous systems. What does that mean? Terminator, motherfucker. Terminator. All right, next story. Let's keep it pushing. $6.2 billion in U.S. equipment has gone missing in Ukraine. Oh, wow. What a big shock. What a big fucking surprise this is. Nobody saw this coming. After Afghanistan, nobody saw this coming.
We discovered inconsistencies in equipment valuation for Ukraine for a combined total of $6.2 billion. We discovered inconsistencies.
You know what I'm saying? Is this real, though? Is that video real? Her lips seem a little bit off. So I don't know how real this is. Let's see. Let's check the quotes. Let's see. Let's Google it. Let's go to our Google overlords. 6.2 billion Ukraine. News. Let's see. Anything here? This is June 23 story. Pentagon accounting error provides extra 6.2 billion in Ukraine military aid. So yeah, I don't know if that video is real or not, but the story is somewhat real. There's an accounting error. An accounting error. Yo, what'd you do? You hit an extra 0 on the motherfucking keyboard? Oops. Who makes a $6.2 billion mistake? Aren't you supposed to be fired after you do some shit like that? Are you serious? You don't make a $6.2 billion accounting error. Like, those errors just don't happen. That's not a common error. Sauce the Prophet said it's his birthday. Happy birthday, Sauce the Prophet. Imagine people paying you to tell them happy birthday. I appreciate you, man. Mike Has Bad Knees says, it's already been developed. The Air Force has a program literally named Skynet. Oh, fuck. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? Like IKEA's furniture, we are all screwed. Where we at? Happy birthday, Sauce. Happy birthday, Sauce. All right, so that's 15 minutes, and I've already covered a bunch of stories. Let's keep it pushing. Oh, go back. Go back. All right, what is this? All right, Tim Pool's show, Timcast. We have a clip here. Says Timcast guest Hinkle. First of all, I can't trust anything somebody with the last name Hinkle says. Hinkle sounds like I almost said it. Sounds like a homosexual. Hinkle argues in favor of communism, says America learned from the success of China and the Soviet Union. Oh my fucking God. All right, let's give him the benefit of the doubt, right? Let's hear him out. Let's hear what he's got to say.
Do you identify as communist?
Yes.
What is the value of communism?
Orienting government and the economy for the public good.
Orienting the government and economy for the public good. All right.
Yeah, but I think that's like an oversimplification.
Well,
or idealistic.
Simply, that's what it is. I mean, I think that any communist state.
All right, let me just stop right here. Because he's obviously doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. You want me to tell you what the greatest economic policy is? The greatest economic policy ever to exist is leave it the fuck alone.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
So when you got motherfuckers come in and talking about, hey, you know, I want to make economic decisions and I want to manipulate the economy, what you have is a recipe for disaster because economies aren't meant to be tampered with. In fact, if you wanted to be a benevolent dictator and you wanted to shift an economy, you would not shift the economy directly because that's going to prove to be disastrous. What you want to do is you want to shift the economy slowly, and the way to do that is through culture. So what you would do is you put out massive propaganda media campaigns. And in that sense, you can dictate, you know, what is purchased in the culture and what's not. For example, if I wanted to shift the culture and the economy, I would ban all processed foods.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
Now, that could probably crash the United States economy, unfortunately, because everybody's selling processed fucking foods, fake fucking foods. However, that's a cultural shift. I'm going to ban all fake foods. No, you're going to stop making shit that's making everybody fat. Then these people get fat and then they fucking end up on government assistance programs and then the taxpayers got to pay for them. And then they turn into trans people because they're not fucking happy with themselves. And now we got to pay for them because they need big pharma meds to fucking cut their dicks off and all types of shit. You see how just processed foods just leads to just bad, evil shit. So we got it right there. We just got to cut processed foods out. You know what I'm saying? That's a common sense thing. Other countries do it. How come the United States doesn't do it? Anyway, let's go back.
That takes form in America is going to have communist values, or American values rather. It's going to.
Wait, what did you say?
I think that any communist state that takes form in America is going to have communist values.
First of all, he's fucking up already because America's already a communist nation. America is Karl Marx's dream. Okay? It's Lenin's dream. It's partly Stalin's dream. If you look at how we treated the Jan 6ers, that's Stalin's dream. Simply. You're really not going to storm the Duma under Stalin's watch. What else? Lenin said 90% of communizing a nation is having a central bank. The United States has a central bank. So if we're 90% of the way there, then obviously we're a fucking communist nation. Who the fuck is this douchebag named Hinkle? Who else is there? So we covered Stalin. We covered Lenin. Oh, and Marx, right. The godfather of this shit, who was actually commissioned by the Knights of the Golden Circle. But that's another story for another day. And, you know, the Knights of the Golden Circle used ChatGPT to draw up the 10 planks of communism and the Communist Manifesto. You know, Karl Marx is not the writer of that thing. I don't personally believe. I think he may have put his pen to paper, but the concepts and the ideas were given to him by members of Knights of the Golden Circle or some comparative secret society. But this idea that America is not a communist nation, I mean, all you got to do is just look at the Bank Secrecy Act, the Monetary Control Act of 1980. In fact, we're going to go over it later, and I'll show you how this is a fucking communist nation when we get into the CBD section of this cast. But let's go back to this fucking guy named Hinkle. Again, never trust anybody with the last name Hinkle. If I was born with the last name Hinkle, I'd change my fucking name.
Or American values, rather. It's going to be based on the history.
Wait, why is he talking about values? Let's go back again.
Communist state that takes form in America is going to have communist values, or American values, rather. It's going to be based on the history of our country, the Constitution. I think it would be a Christian communist state. And I think that we
Oh my God. A Christian communist state. Does this motherfucker know Marx was like an atheist, yo, and hated fucking religion? This guy know any fucking thing?
We can learn a lot from China.
Matter of fact, Russia is the utopia of this, which he might allude to. But this was not during the Soviet Union. Okay? Russia was sort of like a Christian feudalist society. Prior to the Russian Revolution, it was a Christian feudalist society. And in Soviet Union, well, the Bolshevik Revolution comes about and the country's still very much Christian, but it's sort of taken a back seat to money.
And from the Soviet Union, but you look at China today, their economy is outpacing ours. It's gonna beat ours totally probably within the next 5 to 10 years.
That's true. Now that's true. Now I'm studying Mao, so I'm going to be understanding exactly how communism grew in China. So I'll have some. Right now, I'm still in the early stages of how Mao took power, and so basically in the book, it's like Mao is just looking out for Mao, okay, and Mao is trying to just seize power for himself. So he's a communist, but he's faking being a communist, okay? And he's able to fake the funk long enough for Stalin to like him. But the whole communist takeover in China was a bloody revolution. Like, it was literally bloody. Like, Russia literally created it so that communists were killing people and nationalists were killing people. And you had this, like, peasant rebellion, right? So what you're talking about is just massive bloodshed from Chiang Kai-shek to Changsha, right? These are the different cities or whatever in China. Even Wuhan is one of these places where the nationalists have battled with communists, I believe. Don't correct me on that, but Wuhan is definitely in Mao's story, ironically enough. But I love how they talk about how great China is without talking about the amount of people that had to die for this to come into fruition. Now, is China's growth due to communism? No, that's not what it is. China's growth is due to people making smart economic decisions on how to position themselves within the world economy. Okay? While America was exporting entertainment, China was exporting shoes. See, they were following Maslow's hierarchy of needs. They started perfecting manufacturing. In fact, now that they're a leader in manufacturing, Germany at one point, prior to the destruction of Germany in World War II, and then the East Germany, West Germany split, all of this, proved cataclysmic for these places now. But again, China mastered manufacturing. Has nothing to do with communism. It's everything to do with they mastered manufacturing. And what did America do? America did not master manufacturing. You see that with the tire plants that, go to Ohio. If you want to know what happened to America, go to Ohio and go look at all the abandoned tire plants, okay? Goodyear and all these plants, abandoned, shut down. You can go out there and rent an office in these old plants, okay? I know because we have one there. Who else? Car manufacturing, completely destroyed, right? Everybody's buying foreigns. Honda makes the best cars, right? That's a Japanese company. So it's just, and then you had increase in taxes, which forced people which forced Big Corp to outsource, right? And then you had Bill Clinton come in and pass some sort of bill, which sent jobs overseas. I forget how that whole thing goes. I have to go back in my studies and remember what bill that was. But you guys are all familiar with this stuff. This is not new. Everybody knows about this stuff. So what the fuck is he talking about communism? It has everything to do with, did you master manufacturing?
Europe is going down. The U.S. is going down.
Why is Europe and U.S. going down? Well, first of all, these are two places that are not homogenous in their population. Secondly, these people got open border policies. China don't got no open border policies. Shit, you can go through China right now, and in some cities, you're going to see the shop that said no niggas allowed, no black people allowed, no Americans allowed. You can't do that shit in America. You can't say no non-Americans allowed. You can't do that in America. So you got two places, got two open borders. Communist policies which have completely destroyed us and sent all the wealth overseas, specifically to China. So you're talking about China and communism. What are you talking about? The communism here has sent our manufacturing over to China.
China lifted 845 million people out of poverty in the last 40 years. I think that we shouldn't be China, but...
Oh, my God. This nigga worked for China? First of all, in order to, like, I hate these blanket numbers because I want that number per capita. Give me the per capita number based upon that, and I'll show you it's not a huge rise. Because, first of all, China's population is just fucking ridiculous. It's like 800 million billion of motherfuckers over there. Second of all, you got people living in all types of provinces and towns that are poor as shit that don't even fucking calculate into the fucking numbers. So what the fuck is this guy talking about? 800,000. That's one small city in China. 800,000. That's a high school graduating class in China. What the fuck is he talking about?
But I think we can learn things from China and the Soviet Union and other countries that have done it successfully.
Successfully?
Do you think
Soviet
China
Union didn't do it successfully? Fell apart.
Yeah, they fell apart in 69 years.
Hey, set up the debate. Hotep Jesus versus Hinkle on Fridays at Timcast. Let's set it up.
Hotep, you're a genius. Hotep
I'm ready. I'm ready. Set this motherfucker up. I'm gonna roast his ass. Let's keep going. I'm tired of these fucking commies. These motherfuckers is fucking dumb as shit. They upset me. Visa, stablecoin, going on Solana. If you holding Solana, you probably happy right now. Solana has jumped up because Visa's using their technology for stablecoin. Visa's got a stablecoin coming soon. It is definitely the era of stablecoins. These stablecoins will communicate with CBDCs. We'll talk about that in the future. Somebody sent me a video about Maui residents dropping the truth on the government. I would watch it, but frankly, you know what? I really don't fucking care. You know why? Because I already know how shitty our fucking government is. But maybe I'll play that one day. Maybe we'll play that one on Saturday. I don't know. You know, when I got like nothing else in the bag. Let's go to this Aiden Ross video because this is much more important than fucking Maui, right? Let's take a look.
Could ask a political question. Is that okay?
Why is Aiden Ross and Sneeko together? It's like dumbass plus dumbass together.
Is it troll? No, I'm not trolling. I was just curious. Trump or Biden?
What?
Trump or Biden? But if you had to vote one.
I'm going to pick Biden. Okay, yeah, like, both are terrible.
But Biden over Trump?
Yes.
Why?
Because I'm black. Why not?
Wait.
Joe Biden said, if you don't vote for me, then you ain't black.
Exactly. I'm black.
You let a white man tell you who you can vote for?
No, but I let a white man state the fact.
Now, let me just tell you, although I don't agree with her opinions, she's smarter than Sneeko. She's her brain is exquisite compared to fucking Sneeko. And mostly because she's very honest about who she is and what she believes. Although she's wrong as shit, in my opinion. But she outwits Sneeko. Because Sneeko can only outwit an OnlyFans chick. It's the only person he can outwit.
Facts as to which, being a black person in America, I would look absolutely insane ever voting for Donald Trump, regardless of my tax bracket. Because he has never in life stood for anything that promotes me or my people, women, black people, minority communities.
What about the Joe Biden 1990 crime bill when he locked up all these drug addicts?
See, now this is the first mistake Sneeko makes, right? Because he goes straight to... All right, I'll give you guys a gem, okay? If you ever want to destroy somebody in a debate, use their own argument, right? Don't try to create one. Use their own words against them, right? This is what I did to Lupe. I used his own words against him 20 minutes into debate, first round knockout. You know what I'm saying? Use their own words against them. I did it. I debated a Democrat lady on this channel, used her own words against her, 12 round knockout, right? Use your own words against. He jumps to some 94 crime bill. Yes, that is true, but if she says Trump never did nothing for black people or women or anything, the correct response to that is, well, what did Joe Biden do? And then let the crickets play. But that's not what Sneeko did. Sneeko thinks he knows something because he's heard talking points, so he thinks he's informed. even though he's ill-informed, he thinks he's informed. But he can't even, and if you look at Sneako, I want you to look at his neck. He's going to swallow a bunch of times because he's nervous, and he's nervous because he can't pin this woman down when it's real easy to pin her down in her argument. Watch Sneako's neck.
I literally don't know anything about politics. I'm just never voting for. Is this camera on?
If you don't know anything about politics, then why are you sitting?
Voting for Donald Trump. Politics in America is chaos anyway. I wouldn't vote for any president in reality.
Swallow. Okay.
But if I had to pick someone, which is what you asked me, I'm voting. Is this like a gaslighting session? Like
no. We're just asking. We're just asking.
Okay, no, that's my answer.
I just want to know what you want.
Okay, that's my answer.
I'm not saying you're right. I'm not saying you're wrong.
I have a crowd.
Yeah, no, we're just seeing not right or wrong. We're just seeing your opinion. That's all.
That's my opinion.
Yeah,
love it. I love it. I love the question. Do you have anything else?
How many? Can you name 3 countries?
The United
See, he don't even want to hold the mic for her no more.
There we go.
All right, you got to sub for that. You got to help.
So Sneako couldn't nail the chick. First of all, she said, now some people are going to look at this video and they're going to go, oh, see, black people support. No, this is a college-age black woman. And I told y'all about college-age black women. Their brains have been zapped by the white liberal, and many of them cannot be saved. Many of them will never come back from the depths of white liberalism, okay? Because the white liberalism plays on emotions, and women are emotional creatures, especially black women, okay? They feel very deeply. And it's not a wrong thing. It's just that when the white liberals pull on those strings, you can be led in the wrong direction. But the fact that Sneako couldn't pin this woman down in an argument is quite alarming. But again, this looks like one of those street videos where they try to make women look dumb. And I get the Grussel. It's not something I would be interested in. Maybe if I was a little kid like Sneako, I would be interested in doing some work like this, but I'm not. I'm a grown-ass man. But obviously this lady is indoctrinated by the white liberal, and it is what it is. But all you had to do was say, well, what did Joe Biden do specifically for black people? And then let the crickets flow. And he couldn't even fucking do that. How you can't battle? New album, Bryson Gray, Bible rap. Make sure y'all go check that out. What else is in here? Cop over here. They got a cop. He got caught getting in the back of the car with a woman or some shit like that. I don't know. Don't forget Strong Dad versus Goldstein. Strong Dad versus Goldstein in the proverbial octagon. Debate coming soon. Fellas, send me your headshot. Send me your photos for the flyer so we can get that scheduled. Please and thank you. What else is in the bag? Is that it? I think it's time to get into more pressing issues, the big brain issues. All right, dumb motherfuckers, you can leave now. Only smart people, please stay. Dumb motherfuckers, please leave. Smart people, stay. It's time to get into some serious shit. If your brain doesn't like to work, this next section of the Grift Report is sponsored by Syscoin, leading technology and cryptocurrency. We got the SuperDAPP coming soon. If you want to get paid to use the internet, we got the AirDrop coming. Link in the description box below says access to the AirDrop group, access to the SuperDAPP AirDrop group. Hit that link, join our Telegram, hit the pin message. When you hit the pin message, it'll have all the instructions there and give you updates on what's happening. Also, if you want to learn cryptocurrency, we're sharing resources in there that make it easy for you to understand cryptocurrency. And as we get into our next section here, you'll understand why you need to understand cryptocurrency. Let's start my favorite part of the show, CBDC update. Let's fix this. Hold on, let me check on the chat, make sure the chat is good. What up, chatters? She ain't smarter than Sneako. She's definitely smarter than Sneako. Yeah, I want all the smoke. I definitely want all the smoke. NAFTA. Thank you. NAFTA. That was it. Thank you. Yes. Jules said it. And Reaction PR said it. NAFTA. You see what I'm saying? Like, this is the shit that happened. This is the communist bullshit that happened that ruined us. Jay's World said, I'm from Ohio and this is facts. You see what I'm saying? What else we got here? Can I get into crypto if I'm broke as fuck? I got to be honest with you. The best way to get into crypto is when you're, or I shouldn't say I'll say one of the best ways to get into crypto is if you have no money. You know, in the early days, earning crypto, even now, like earning crypto is like still one of the best ways. Grifty says Sneako's bag isn't politics. Should have stayed on his 1 minute podcast. I agree. Should have stayed on your 1 minute podcast, bro. Like, but it's all a grift to these guys, right? Like they just want to slide over here because they see how easy it is to grift conservatives. They're like, oh, this is an easy bag. These people are stupid. You know, I don't even have to be that smart to go grift conservatives. So you just slide over here and they don't learn shit. You know what I mean? But real niggas that came into the fucking sphere of politics. You know what I mean? We did our research. You know what I'm saying? We did our research. I published my dissertation. It's called The Patriot Report, Unmasking the Conspiracy of Money and War. Follows the bloodline of central banking in America with over 200 citations from verified sources, including your own Congress. Including your own Supreme Court justices. Yes, I did the work.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
You can get that at HotepJesus.com. Somebody said NAFTA was a gift to Wall Street who did it for profit, not communism, corporatism. See this again, this is when y'all know y'all been educated by Wall Street, because Wall Street is the one that comes up with terms like corporatism to hide communism. Don't let them make up these fucking words, yo. There is no such thing as corporatism. It's fucking communism. When you have cooperation between the government and corporations, it's called communism. The dude on Tim Cast even said it. He said control of the government and the economy. This is mixing the public and the private sector. This is classic communism. But the communists fucking make up all types of terms like capitalism, which was not created, but popularized by Karl Marx himself. So don't let them create all the isms in the world to distract you from what the fuck is communism. There's no such fucking thing as corporatism. Don't let them do this to your brain. Use your common sense. RBI's groundbreaking solutions, 4 ways CBDC transactions can mirror cash anonymity. So basically what they're saying is, well, first of all, RBI, that's India Reserve Bank. So that's the Reserve Bank of India. And so they're talking about anonymity, right? And it says right here, we are looking at providing anonymity at the transaction level, right? So that means between me and you, between me and Tanai Ricks, between me and Goldstein, between me and Steph Colonel, we will not be able to see the transactions between each other. But, as it says right here, but the custodian or banks have wallet level information. There's your privacy. There's your privacy right there. Dead in the water, okay? Dead in the water. It says here, there is another way of creating a minimum threshold below which the transaction would be exempt from MLA laws, right? Money laundering laws, right? ML laws, right? So that's programmable though. That's programmable. When you because right now I think the ML laws at your bank is like 10,000 or something like that. So yeah, so anyway, just some more fucking bullshit that people at banks spew and act like is reality. But as you can see here, according to this article on businesstoday.in, it says 4 ways CBD transactions can mirror cash anonymity. Nothing can mirror cash anonymity except for cash. Next, fix this on your screen. Untwisted My Twister says Mussolini said fascism should be called corporatism because it fuses corporations with the state. I didn't get that from Wall Street, bro. I stand corrected. I stand corrected. However, just because Mussolini says some shit don't mean it is what it is. Okay? And fascism is a hostile takeover of control of corporations. Right? Very, very similar to communism. Very, very. In fact, fascism is a means to bring about communism. Okay. Next, Fascism wasn't created by Mussolini. It was created by Marcus Garvey.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
Do remember Mussolini got that concept from the Honorable Mosiah Joseph Marcus Garvey. Okay? Mosiah Marcus Garvey. Okay? Let's remember that. If you didn't know that, go do your due diligence. Let's come back. Hold on. And hold up. Let me see something, because I think I just thought of something. See, this is a, see, I'm gonna get you. Hold on. Where is it? Cause hold on. Hold on a second. All right, so we got this motherfucker here, right? Hold on. And then we got this here. Let's see. Okay, let's go here. And then hold on. Let me Yandex this, because Google sucks. Here you go, right here. Found it. Well, I'm gonna put this on y'all screen. Hold on. I'm gonna put this on y'all screen just so y'all know. Just so y'all know how far back Wall Street goes. Let's go here. Let's go page 20, and you'll see right here. I'm gonna show you right here where Wall Street creates shit like this. It says right here, and further we shall see later, Trotsky was able to generate support among international capitalists who incidentally were also supporters of Mussolini and Hitler.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
You mentioned Mussolini, you mentioned Hitler, you mentioned Trotsky, you mentioned Stalin, you mentioned Lenin. It's all Wall Street, baby.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
That's all Wall Street, baby. You reciting Wall Street. I had to show you, though. I had to show it to you. I had to show you. And let me give you the source. This is from Anthony C. Sutton, Wall Street and the Bolshevik Revolution. Can y'all see this on the screen? Did y'all see that? Wall Street and the Bolshevik Revolution. Y'all gotta do y'all readings, man. Y'all gotta do y'all readings. Gotta do your readings, man. All right? So all these leaders y'all like to say, you know, got their own ideas. Now the motherfuckers is financed by Wall Street. You know what I'm saying? It's all Wall Street. All financed from Wall Street. All from Wall Street. Did I show that to y'all? Did y'all see that on your screen? Do I gotta show that to you again? Page 20. This is you can download this free right here. Right here. Trotsky. They caught Trotsky in Canada with USD in his pocket, like $700 worth of pocket. It's in here. Right here. Mussolini and Hitler, all Wall Street. Everybody know Hitler was financed by Wall Street. Mussolini too. All right? That's all Wall Street, baby. It's all Wall Street. All right? So when you talking to me about corporatism and Mussolini, you just telling me who financed them. You know what I'm saying? I just had to find that for y'all real quick. Let's get back. Russian lawmaker, and I haven't even done my Mussolini studies yet. I'm on Mao right now. I'm gonna get to Mussolini. He's way down the line though. I got a bunch of shit to study before I get to Mussolini. He's very unimportant to me. You got to go to who the little French motherfucker, Napoleon. Napoleon is way more interesting than Mussolini. Anyway, that's one charismatic motherfucker, Mussolini. Napoleon. All right, Russian lawmakers predict that the digital ruble will displace banks. Remember we talked about this? Remember we told you that the CBDC is going to change the way banks operate? Well, it seems like Russian lawmakers see the future. Anatoly, what was that? Aksakov, the head of the State Duma Banking Committee, right? So it says right here, eventually the digital ruble, alongside the development of blockchain, will displace the need for banks, says the Russian lawmaker. As for the role of banks, I think their role will fade in the future with the development of blockchain. It's interesting. Now, I'm not one to quote lawmakers on technical things, but in this case, he's on to something. He's paying attention. And again, you don't have to be that technical to see that banks could be obsolete with the CBDC. According to the European Money and Finance Forum, one-tier CBDC system that goes directly to depositors with no limits could result in large transfers from commercial banks. So basically what they're saying is there's a risk here, there's a fear here of large transfers leaving commercial banks, basically could go to foreign countries or go somewhere, right? Leave the markets, leave the economy, leave their balance sheet, because that's really what this is about. It's about keeping assets on their balance sheet. That's why they don't like when you take money out of the bank in cash. They make you sign these forms because they need that money on the balance sheet. The more money on the balance sheet, the more capital they can leverage to borrow more money. And when they default, bonds will get bought and taxpayers will pay the debt. Let's keep pushing. One-tier CBD system. So that's the one-tier CBD systems, which means if large transfers are a threat, they're not going to do a one-tier CBD system, which is not a bad idea, actually. I don't think we want a one-tiered. We don't want a CBD system at all. Let's not even try and go down that path. This guy says right here, decisions will be made by a robot. A person is not needed. Perhaps a bank is not needed as an institution, since the digital ruble will be very much technologized. Okay. Now, again, this is programmable money. And with programmable money comes the ability to install stipulations and conditions for bank loan approvals. And the thing is, since it's programmable money, the smart contract of the loan will already have all of your financial picture due to the transparency of the CBDC. So they're going to be able to, in seconds, approve you for a loan and then issue that money, or however that thing may function. But the Russian lawmaker understands that eventually a robot's going to decide on if you will be approved for a loan or not. Let's continue. And here in America, I think I don't know if that's going to, well, it could happen. It might happen for some types of loans. Other types of loans, they may still operate as human. Anyway, next article. Digital yuan will revolutionize Chinese retail payments, central bank executive says. So it says here, Chinese central bank chief has claimed the digital yuan will revolutionize the way the nation makes retail payments and suggested the CBDC could one day completely replace cash. I need y'all to hit the like button. Please, please hit the like button. Let's get more people in here. Hit the like button. Let's get more people in here. You know what I'm saying? What's the chatter saying? Wall Street can play both sides because it market volatility. That's where they make their money. Yeah. What is the system called that bails out companies too big to fail? Damn, that's a good question. Could we call that communism? A system that bails out companies too big to fail. All right, let's say we called it communism. The only reason why we would call it communism is because it destroys the middle class, right? Because the middle class is the only one that can afford to pay taxes outside of big corp, and the lower class isn't paying much taxes at all. So basically, the debt gets defaulted to us. So you can look at it as a way to hate the bourgeoisie or the middle class, according to Marx. To me, I would call that system fuckism. Now, I don't use the term cronyism either. I don't use that term. I've tossed that term out of my vocabulary. We don't use that one. Neoliberalism, I like that. I like that. I'd like to, from my horse sake, let's call it neoliberalism. Boom, done. Reaction PR, 1/6 of defendants got the opposition treatment. Damn. Jay's World said I'll download it right now. What's the name of the book again? Wall Street and the Bolshevik Revolution by Anthony C. Sutton. He's got a whole bunch of books. He got Wall Street and the Bolshevik Revolution. He's got Wall Street and Hitler. He's got another one, Wall Street and FDR. You gotta read all of them. You read all of those, you'll be more red pill than your favorite fucking conservative. You just got my book? Thank you. I appreciate you. Why not cronyism? Because it doesn't really say what's happening here, right? It's as if, you see, cronyism says, well, crony is like your friend, right? And the thing is, it's like, there are no friends. It's the same entity. Like the other day, we talked about the revolving door between Big Corp and United States of America, right? One guy leaves government and he moves into Big Corp, or a guy from Big Corp moves into government, then back into Big Corp. That's not cronyism. That's all one system. That's all the same people at the top creating their own order. Okay? You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's not cronyism. These guys aren't friends. These are the same people. These are the same families. For example, I'll show you a great example. Is it cronyism if my daughter, who works in government, is married to your son who works in corporate? No, we're all one fucking family, controlling both sides of the equation. And then they create these things like cronyism. Let's just go ahead and just Google cronyism and see what it is. Let's go. Cronyism. It says here, the appointment of friends and associates, positions of authority without proper regard for their qualifications. Right? Now, does that happen? Yes. Yes, that does happen. That does happen. But I wouldn't exactly call what's happening at the top just, proper disregard for qualifications. No, these people are qualified to steal. Okay? Go look at Hunter. He was qualified to steal taxpayer money. He was qualified to do so. Because he did it.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
So like, and again, it's like, does this term cronyism actually point to what's happening? No. This is much bigger than putting your friends in a position of authority. This is about controlling our society. Neoliberalism is much better. The revolving door of Monsanto and the FDA. Thank you. That's another example. It's another great example. Let's go back. So China wants to completely replace cash. It says a Chinese central bank chief has claimed the digital yuan will revolutionize the way the nation makes retail payments and suggested the CBDC could one day completely replace cash. Okay. So this is a direct quote from him here. And he said, in the future, commercial electronic payment tools may fully meet the needs of the digital economy and society and completely replace cash. So Alex Jones has been screaming about this forever, a cashless society. And here we have it. Let me just give you his name. His name is Mu Changchu, head of Digital Currency Research Institute at the People's Bank of China. And he made these comments at the China International Financial Annual Forum this week. Okay. And WeChat Pay and Alipay are adding the functionality of basically the electronic yuan. Yeah. Am I even saying that right? Hold on a second. I might not be pronouncing that right, and I sound like an idiot.
Yuan.
Yuan. Okay, thank you. Yuan. The yuan. All right. I know I was saying that shit wrong. Anyway, and see, that's the difference between being an idiot and being smart. See, smart is to know when you're making a mistake and to correct yourself. An idiot is to just continue making the same mistake over and over again and never admit that you were wrong. Let's come back. All right. PNB introduces CBDC UPI interoperability for seamless transactions. Did I look at this? Oh, no, this is just this story is just showing you that another state-owned, it says here, state-owned Punjab National Bank on Tuesday announced the launch of a CBDC with UPI interoperability feature in its digital rupee mobile application. So this national bank is has launched their CBDC. This is in India, so CBDC has been launched. This move is in line with the RBI CBDC pilot project and unleashes a new potential in India's payment ecosystem, PNB said in a statement. So just to sort of demystify the stuff here. So you have a Reserve Bank of India CBDC pilot project, and then you have the Punjab National Bank has a CBDC. I think we could compare this to the Federal Reserve versus JP Morgan. That would probably be good comparison. It's like the pilot project is at the Federal Reserve, but JP Morgan has introduced their own CBDC, right? Basically a stable coin of some sort. It says PNB customers can now use the PNB Digital Rupee app to scan the UPI QR code for payment to their merchants, complete transactions at a merchant outlet. It said even if merchants do not have a CBDC wallet, PNB Digital Rupee app users can utilize the CBDC wallets to conduct transactions on the UPI QR of these merchants it added. Wait, what? So it's already on the Android stores? Wait, the app is currently available for Android users on the Play Store and coming to iOS soon. So people in India, the merchants actually do not have to have a CBDC wallet, but as long as the user has a CBDC wallet, it will handle the transaction. I guess the swapping of the currency. Very interesting. Very interesting. This is more interesting than this story is more interesting than I originally anticipated. All right, it's 3 o'clock. Let me keep it going. Nope, not that one. Spoiler. All right, so all of that to say this. The Zero Hedge published an article today. It said, make sure you guys can see this. Yep. The debankings will continue until sovereignty improves. Now pay attention. Pay attention. We go through a lot here very quickly. It says here, across the Western world, banks are unsafe for those holding views that diverge from state-approved media narratives. We know this to be true. Even a cursory review of recent debanking incidents makes it clear that conservatives and conservative groups are disproportionately affected. We saw this with Ye and others, including Enrique Tarrio. With CBDCs, governments will be able to directly control access to financial services. And I just got to tell you right now, if you're one of those people that want to say risque things, do not bank at Chase, okay? Chase, JP Morgan basically created our financial system as it exists today. And so JP Morgan's always going to be, right in line with state opinion. Okay, so it says here, with CBDCs, governments will be able to directly control access to financial services. That's correct. That's going to give the government a direct on-off switch. Now, it says here, a decade ago, the Obama administration's Operation Choke Point pressured banks to cease relationships with businesses perceived to hold unacceptable ideological views. The trend has only picked up steam since then. So let's go and let's search for Operation Choke Point and see what the hell this is all about. So let's go here. We're going to go to the trusted outlet of Wikipedia, the most trusted outlet for information in the world, right? Of course. Let's put this on your screen. And you'll see here the types of companies that it targets: ammunition sales, ATM operators, cable box descramblers, coin dealers. So this is also moving into the cryptocurrency world. I'll be researching that in the future and sharing that with you. Debt consolidation scams, credit repair services, dating services, get rich products, whatever the fuck that means. Well, I mean, I know what that means, but why would they come after that? Escort services, drug paraphernalia, firearms, fireworks, government grants, home-based charities, lifetime guarantees, lifetime memberships, lottery sales, mailing lists and personal info, money transfer networks, online gambling, pawn shops, payday loans, which is the big one, payday loans, pharmaceutical sales, Ponzi schemes, pornography, pyramid-type sales, racist materials, surveillance equipment, telemarketing, tobacco sales, and travel clubs. Basically, anywhere you want to have fun, the government has basically come in with Operation Choke Point and basically destroyed the Constitution. We're not going to go into that. I could do a whole presentation on Operation Choke Point, but we're not going to do that today. Let's go back. So it says here, as I said before, JP Morgan Chase has been shutting down conservative accounts. Since what? Since at least, it says here, 2019. And we know it's probably much, much earlier. It says, making matters worse, calls for cashless society and introduction of a central bank digital currency will streamline the government's ability to control access to finance. And we just saw that about the cashless society, where the Chinese have already said they're headed towards that, according to their own people at their own bank, their own central bank. Okay. Once money takes the form of CBDC, it becomes fully programmable. Let me show you something that's funny, right? Because I'm looking at this and it says allowing governments to decide what purchases can be made with it, right? This is part of the programmability of money. It says money can even be given an expiration date to incentivize spending and penalize savers. They do not like savers. So it says here, an economist by the name of Jonathan Newman put it, programmable money means programmable citizens. Now, when I saw that, I'm like, that's exactly it. That's exactly it. He nails it. This is fucking a profound quote. So I hit the thing to see what this was linking to. It took me to his Twitter, and I wanted to share this quote. So I said, who is this Jonathan Newman guy? So I go to the Jonathan Newman guy, and lo and behold, who does he follow?
Hotep Jesus.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
He teaches economics and follows Hotep Jesus.
Hotep.
I love it. Let's put some blessings over Jonathan Newman.
Alhamdulillah.
And I wasn't following him. So I'm following him. Welcome, Jonathan Newman. Welcome to the Hotep family. Thank you for the follow. You are a very intelligent individual. And it just makes me feel warm and cushy inside to see, brilliant economists following somebody like myself. Anyway, let's come back. Enough tooting my own horn. It says here, a group of state-level officials is calling on banks to change their practices. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis and some Republicans have enacted anti-CBDC legislation, but their work would not stop implementation at the federal level. So we know Ron DeSantis has banned CBDC at the local level, but I'm sure if I looked at the legislation, there's probably some loopholes that they missed. I may look at the legislation if I ever get compelled to, but with all the things I have to research, I might not get to it. But it doesn't matter because that can't stop things happening at the federal level. All he's saying is that you cannot develop a CBDC in his state. And like I just showed you before, in India, RBI, which is the Reserve Bank of India, has a pilot program on a CBDC, yet a state-run or a state affiliated bank has their own CBDC. So, two things can exist at the same time. It says here, Americans can restore their sovereignty. This is the part you need to pay attention to. Pay attention, pay attention, pay attention. Americans can restore their sovereignty from banks and their allies by owning a decentralized cryptocurrency. Look at your screen. What do I always promote? A decentralized cryptocurrency. Syscoin. Wonderful protocol. Many people can operate off of this technology. So we're always talking about, now Bitcoin is true decentralization, and they do talk about Bitcoin, but Bitcoin's not a currency. It's not a currency, it's a reserve asset. I said that earlier. Matter of fact, I'll show you this argument to show you like what's wrong with people. People are just weird. Where is it? Where is my tweet about Bitcoin? Okay, so here we go. My Bitcoin tweet. And this is a very controversial tweet in the crypto world where some people are like, oh, Bitcoin is cash. Bitcoin is cash. And I'd be like, all right, pay for your coffee or whatever with Bitcoin. And they're like, oh, I don't do transactions like that. I know you don't, because nobody wants to fucking use their Bitcoin, you dumbass. Everybody wants to hoard it. It's, it follows Gresham's law. Anyway, where bad money drives out good, right? So basically, when you have the United States dollar, which is bad money, the good money gets driven out of the economy and people hoard it, right? Or they offshore it and send it somewhere else where it's worth more, right? Like Nigeria. Anyway, so, you know, this guy, where is he? Here we go. So, because I said Bitcoin is not digital cash and it's digital gold, this guy says that's a narrative that David Brock of Media Matters successfully pushed into the Bitcoin maxi talking points. It was always meant to be peer-to-peer electronic cash. Good to see you gobbled up the talking points of Clinton Associates. And I said, show me your last 3 Bitcoin transactions. And he goes, no, I know you won't show me your last 3 Bitcoin transactions because you're not using it as cash. Nobody does. He says, to your point, mass adoption was stifled with small blocks. So this is one of those guys that gets into the big block, small block thing, and it's just fucking retarded. And we had that debate on this channel, and it comes to find out everybody's a fucking idiot. So had David Brock not succeeded in his censorship campaign, storefront transactions would be common and would be outside the purview of the banking system with sub-penny fees. So I said, one man killed Satoshi's vision? ? He said, no, one man, because I'm vaguely familiar with this story about David Brock, vaguely familiar. Mostly I'm not familiar with it because I don't give a fuck. Anyway, let's continue. No one man with the backing of the deep state pushed a narrative of digital gold and censored debate. It was the mass of unthinking lemons that bought into the digital narrative that killed Satoshi's vision. Now, I'm not sure if that's exactly true, but let's assume he's right. So I said, it is now digital gold then, right? And then he says, gold doesn't go from 60K to 25K in a matter of years. And I didn't even want to get into that line because we can go down the whole, Nixon and outlawing gold and fixing the price of gold. And the story of gold alone is just a fucking fiasco. But anyway, he continues and says, listen to what I'm telling you. The same people that Bitcoin was designed to dethrone, crippled the asset, and are not threatened by digital gold without utility. It's a tulip at that point. So I said, tell me something I don't know. Price does not dictate function. Usage does. Because he tried to say, because of the price fluctuation, it can't be a reserve asset. I said, Bitcoin is used as a reserve asset, not cash. And he says, you're right about that. It is not used as cash. You can thank the Clintons and their associates for that. And I said, you're concerned with the how. I'm concerned with the is. Things you can control versus things you cannot. But this has come full circle where my post is factual regardless of how it came to be, right? And he says there are still coins that can be used as electronic cash. They are much better than a Fed crippled Bitcoin. So we went all through this just for him to come back around to prove that my initial statement was correct. Bitcoin is not digital cash. You're going to have to use Syscoin or something else for your digital cash, and it operates more like digital gold. And with that being said, we're going to go to the phone lines. Text 202-596-5631 with Hotep in your name so you can get in line. 202-596-5631 with Hotep in your name, and we will get to your call. Don't just call in unless you're Goldstein. Goldstein has autonomy on this channel because it's just great takes. But text Hotep in your name to 202-596-5631, and we'll get you on the phone lines right after this brief, short commercial break.
Yeah, I can try to get that handled for you. Again, it's only my second day, so if you can give me a second. How am I supposed to do this? How the hell are we supposed to do this by 5 o'clock?
I have no clue.
Is that possible? Hey, do you have the password to... How'd you finish all your work already?
He's not tapped in.
How'd you get that done so quick? They think they're gonna be able to budget that?
It's money. That's money right there. You understand?
You guys finished your work 6 hours early?
He's not tapped in.
Jonah on the check-in. What up, Jonah?
Nada.
How you feeling, bro?
Doing pretty good. So, like I was saying previously when we were on the hold there, I sent you a photo now. It's a King Samsi Adad from Assyria going back to 1815 BCE. Now, what you'll see is if you look closely at his neck, he's got that cross of Malta, you know, the Maltese, the Venetians.
Yeah, I see it
So
there.
same family's going all the way back. Now, when you're talking about China and banking, I brought this up with you before, and no one ever thinks to quote Rockefeller himself in it. But you know, just a second here, I'm just switching screens. And so David Rockefeller himself. Chase benefited immediately from the agreement with the blocked assets issue resolved. We established a full correspondent relationship with the Bank of China, which finally opened a substantial dollar account at our home office in New York. In addition, the Ministry of Finance authorized a Chase representative's office in Beijing. And soon after, we made our first loan to the Chinese Ministry of Mining and Metallurgy. The Chase World Information Corporation, our information services subsidiary created in 1972, began to introduce American businessmen to investment opportunities in China. China does not exist without the American bankers.
None of this shit exists without the bankers.
China does not exist.
Nothing exists without the bankers. That's the premise of my book. And Jonah just gave you another example. I need that link to that quote. I need that.
I got the book in PDF. Now, here's another great quote from this book that I'm sure you've probably seen before. Well, let's just go here. Where is it here? Some even believe we are part of a secret cabal working against the best interests of the United States, characterizing my family and me as internationalists, and of conspiring with others around the world to build a more integrated global political and economic structure. One world, if you will. If that's the charge, I stand guilty, and I am proud of it. David Rockefeller, in his own memoirs.
Yep. I remember that one. Yep.
Yeah, I have the PDF. I can send you the link on one of my
send me
whatever.
that. Send me that link so I could copy and paste that channel line.
Well, it's the full PDF though, right?
Yeah,
So
I'll find it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll control F it.
Anyways, I'll let Goldstein get in on it.
Yeah.
I'm working, so Hotep build.
Hotep and build. Jonah on the check-in. Goldstein. We going Goldstein and AK. Goldstein and AK. Why is Ticketmaster trending? Don't make no sense.
call from.
Ghosting.
What up?
What up, bro?
I'm sick of Sneeko.
Listen. He coming like he coming in like a Fed now, yo.
Yeah. I mean, I've suspected him of being that for some time now, just because I'm a cynical son of a bitch that thinks pretty much everyone is. But I mean, you start proving it after a while. There's always the assumption, and then you wait and watch, and then you start seeing shit, and now it's just like, okay, like where the fuck did this nigga even come from, bro? Like, I know he's a streamer, I know he did all that shit, right? But just how do motherfuckers have these meteoric rises to fame just based on hijinks and shenanigans on the internet? Like, what the fuck is that? How does that happen?
Kids.
Because
dumb motherfuckers lead dumb motherfuckers.
Yeah, he don't even talk to them no more. Like, I mean, the whole influencer thing, that always rang as a fucking op to begin with. Like, just the influencer campaign that hit the internet real tough just seemed like it was contrived. And then you get motherfuckers like Sneeko. You get motherfuckers like Matt Walsh. You get all these motherfuckers just coming out of the woodwork, the destinies of the world. And just, I don't know, man. The influence starts to seem like it's coming from one source. Because it's just, who benefits from all this dumbass shit? If you sit back and think to yourself, who the fuck benefits from all this dumbass shit? You know what I mean? You start to see the shit pretty clear after that. Like, damn. Like you said, all he had to do to wreck that bitch was say, what the fuck has Joe Biden done?
That's it.
That's it.
But he resorted to a talking point.
Man, it's just dumb at this point. It's dumb as shit at this point. Man.
It tells me he wasn't even listening to her. Because he was listening to her, but instead what he was trying to do is he was trying to think of I'm about to go viral. I got this black bitch. You know what I'm saying? Instead he got got. Yeah. You got got by a black bitch that's not even right.
And truth be told, if a motherfucker listens to that bitch, yeah, she wasn't right about Trump. But if you listen to that bitch, there's some Hotep that came to the surface, because that bitch said, in reality, I wouldn't vote for any of these motherfuckers.
Right. But you asked the question.
Right.
And she admitted her ignorance. See, some people take points away when she said, yo, I don't follow politics, I don't know nothing about it. Some people was like, da da da. Like, yeah, you probably shouldn't be commenting on politics at all if you have no knowledge of it. That's her fault. But the fact that she admitted it, I got to give her credit for.
Yeah, that's a helpable bitch right there.
Yeah, you can help her, right?
She get under the right wing, she could be a beast, because she's at least cool enough in the fucking heat of battle, quote unquote, to be able to deliver her fucking shit precisely. Whether it's right or wrong, it just really doesn't matter at that point. It's just precise.
Listen, here's the gem. You can control anybody who you can provide Maslow's hierarchy of needs for.
Yes. Yeah.
Damn near anybody. You give them some place to sleep. You give them some food to eat. Put some clothes on their back. You got them. I saw a video with Unc last night, when we was recording the Patreon show, and patreon.com/Hotep's been told you. Wait. Damn, what was we talking about?
The hierarchy of needs.
Thank you. So this girl was dating this dude, and how did the date go? Saw him on the street, looked, thought he was attractive, went home, he hit her on Tinder, they linked, they went for drinks. Following the drinks, he was hesitant about a second link up. They went for the second link up. She had sex with him. Come to find out, he stole her shoes and gave them to his girlfriend. And people on the internet are looking like he's the villain. And I'm looking at her like, what do you think happens when you just give your body to somebody you never vetted so easily? Because you thought you wanted something, right? Like you wanted, because that's how it is nowadays. Women are trying to be men and just fornicate nonstop, right?
Right.
So they trying to do the Meg Thee Stallion and Sexy Red shit.
Right.
And that shit's getting them fucked up. But when you deal in the lower realms of yourself, you deal with all things low. This is why pornography's bad, because it's that gateway to the lower world. You see what I'm saying?
Using the reptilian brain at that point.
Yup. You're not in your higher self. You ain't vet this motherfucker nothing, and you just gave him. And then, because here's the thing. Here was my thing, Goldstein. Back in the day when we dated chicks, if it was something short, nigga, you was checking for your wallet in the morning, you know what I mean? Like, when you at the ATM, you looking over the shoulder to make sure she don't see your pen. Like, you don't trust these chicks. You not bringing her to the house. How'd you bring a strange man off Tinder in, I think this was New York City, in your house? You didn't even get a hotel and do your dirt.
Hey, motherfucker was raw back in the day, bro. I was one of them niggas that just be like, I'll be busting the bitch down in the room and have niggas come over while I got her back there, just taste the whole shit. House everything.
I seen it done. I've seen it done.
Man, I come out and be like, damn, who fucked you up like this? It's crazy.
Right.
I got to go. I'm on parole. I can't have the cops coming. And then just be gone.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. You know, broads, they just ain't good at it. You know, like a lot of people will say, you know, it's just in a woman's nature to be X, Y, and Z. And a lot of that is true, but a lot of that is also nurture. You know, given a society where they can actually express themselves to this level that they're doing now for a generation or so, they'll get just as good at it as dudes. You know what I mean?
Right.
But then you got to ask yourself, do you want to live in that society? No, you don't. Because not only will they get as good at it as you, they will get better. And it will be all bad. Jeez. You can't have a society where women are just functioning crazy as fuck. They are supposed to be our anchor.
But that leads me to my next point. We look at these videos of women making opinions and take them serious. Meanwhile, once upon a time, women didn't have the right to vote. And now you got people running around, even women screaming, repeal the 19th, right?
Yeah.
So what does that tell you about a woman's opinion? What it tells you is that politically her opinion is impotent. Politically her opinion is impotent. So you have to look at the men. Ask the men how they feel politically. Even Styles P had to admit recently, he was like, yo, I prefer Trump over Biden.
Right.
Ask the men what the political opinion is, and let's go by that. Y'all want to go and it's like beating up on girls. Like, that shit's corny.
Precisely. Yeah, they just ain't been in the game long enough to really be a force in that field. Like, it's not genetics. A lot of motherfuckers want to say, oh, it's just genetic. Nah, it ain't that.
Right.
It's the fact they ain't been in the game long enough. Kind of like how when you look at black folks, you know, especially on the left, they say, economically speaking, black folks are behind the 8 ball because they were just allowed to participate in the system X amount of years ago. Generational wealth never really came their way, yada, yada, yada. You know the argument. It's the same shit there. Like, black folks don't really know economics like that because we just new to the game like that. Same shit there. Women don't know politics because they new to the game. Yeah? So just one of them things. That's the interesting part about the United States is that because everything was so fucking compartmentalized in the beginning, you start to see the bell curve operate, but within certain social structures instead of just as a nation. So like white folks, they started this shit out. They peaked before anybody else, and their decline is a lot further down the fucking slope than anybody else's. But you could see like all the same trappings that fucked them up in the game is now fucking up niggas. You know, we're just past our peak and we're starting to decline. You know, the Latinos will come up and follow that same shit. Women are on that same trajectory because everything was compartmentalized in that way. So everybody had like a head start or a handicap to some degree, versus other groups.
You know what was missing from all of those societies that you were talking about?
What's that?
Allah.
Alhamdulillah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
Speaking of which, no, you ain't wrong. But speaking of which, I put a post out on Matt Walsh's ass, and then somebody responded, the young Hotep Drelly. He didn't quite jibe with my
just mute that nigga.
Of the situation.
That nigga's
So,
he's king. He's a Coon Jr.
Listen, if he wants to debate after I wreck Strong Dad's ass, he's more than welcome to. We could debate that
shit.
topic.
Where's
that
my fight
topic
card?
that was debated on Twitter real fast, because I told him that it was that whole video where, Matt Walsh banged on that bitch's head because she said she wanted to be 29 and single and make eggs in tomato sauce and all that old dumbass shit, right? I said, a woman don't need to have kids and a husband to have a purpose. I noticed that a lot of Christians want to fucking put that on women. Like, you have to do this, otherwise you'll die miserable and in despair unless you have this family. And they even like to say that about men to some degree.
Yeah.
But I want to remind them, your Lord and Savior had neither wife nor child, and he lived a very purposeful life, if you're reading your book correctly. So, what would Jesus do? You don't have to have those things. You can find purpose. You can find a higher purpose than a family and all that other shit they like to put out there. That's a good one to strive for, but you can go even further than that. But you don't have to have that in order to just live a full life. And if you want a woman example of that from the same book, just look at the prophet Deborah. He had neither husband nor child, led a very purposeful life. It's really up to the individual and how they want to set themselves. Now, if you're just talking about going to Beyonce concerts and drinking, yeah, you're going to have a miserable life at some point. You might want to rectify that. But to just blanket statement and say, unless women have children and a husband, they will be miserable, that's just dumb. That's crazy.
I like how you started it, right? Where you said purpose, right? He's like, does a woman need a family to have purpose? In some ways, yes, but I don't look at family as being husband and child, right? Like, it could be your mom and dad, right? Like, that's family too. But my thing is, I think somebody needs to have purpose individually before they come into a relationship. Because if you need a relationship to have purpose, then you're purposeless.
Right. I've always been of the school of thought that you establish one for yourself, and then you find a person. If you want to travel the route of marriage, children, and family and shit, you find a person who will help you in that purpose.
Right.
Who has the same kind of worldview, the same sort of goals. They don't have to be exact. But if he or she is willing to fucking aid you in that purpose, then you have yourself the foundation of a great fucking marriage.
Facts.
But you do not need to be married and have children in order to have some type of meaningful life or some type of worthwhile existence on this planet. You can have one even better than that. You can have one higher than that if you really set yourself in that direction.
Facts. Big brain
That's all
shit.
I got. Yeah. But yeah, Drelly, if you listening, goddamn it, you can get it, nigga.
I put it on the fight card. It's on the fight card, so we're gonna see what's good.
All right.
All right, Hotep and Bill. If Drelly don't show up, that mean he fed. If he don't show up, that mean he fed. We gotta see what's good. Black Mountain Hotep. I'm calling him his old name. Black Mountain Hotep calling. What time is it? 3:30. We got 30 minutes left for phone calls. Black Mountain Hotep and AK calling. Strong Dad. This nigga phone never worked. You know, niggas.
Can you hear me?
Oh, there you go. Yo.
My bad. I connect slow. I'm good.
Yeah, you good.
You know what I'm saying? I'll be calling y'all while I'm at the customers' homes and stuff like that. So, you know, I'll be in the mountains. I'll be getting around. So my bad, y'all. Listen. First of all, Goldstein, me and Drelly are not the same type of nigga. All right? And let me explain this to you. You got a better chance debating Drelly because Drelly's a political coon. And politics is your vision. But we debating about Hotep shit, like black Hotep shit. You know what I'm saying? We debating about young Pharaoh. And that's not your world because you didn't even know this nigga existed till he showed up on the channel. This is not the same type of debate. You know what I'm saying? And also, Drelly is always going to run from you. Drelly's been running from me every single chance he gets. He'll say some dumb shit. I'll call him out, and he will disappear. He'll disappear, and then he'll show up again to put on the case for fucking Pearl or some shit like that. Last time, he tried to debate me on Pan-Africanism and how it doesn't work for nobody. And I destroyed him because I'm a part of these organizations for real. And so he disappeared. You see what I'm saying? So he's never going to come up. He's never going to debate you. He's never going to debate you. You're not going to be able to pin him down. I promise you, it's going to be hard.
So
if
is
you
he
do
a
pin him
Fed?
down, is he what?
Is he a Fed?
He's not a Fed. He's just an idiot. He's just an idiot. He's not smart. You know what I'm saying? He's not smart. He's trying his hardest to get the grift bag, but he's not good enough to get it. He doesn't get the engagement because his takes are trash. They're trash, so he's not going to get it.
Yeah.
But best believe, if you're trying to debate if you're trying to debate somebody on your type of shit, Drelly is the guy because he's a political coon. You're going to be able to take him down. Because I don't do politics. Everybody knows that. I don't do politics. I do black shit, black Hotep shit. That's why my name is Black Hotep on the app. You know what I'm saying? We debating that we're debating one of the original debate niggas. That's what we're debating about, and that's not your realm, Goldstein. That's not your realm. You see what I'm saying? You was in prison when these niggas was out there getting their bones in. So you don't even know who these niggas are. But I grew up on these niggas. Hotep Jesus isn't even Hotep Jesus if there's no young Pharaoh.
That's false. That's false. First of all, that's false.
No,
that's blasphemy.
It's true.
I know.
It's true.
No, that's not true. That's not true. That's not
it's true. And I'm gonna debate you.
We will not debate on that because that is nowhere near true. The opposite is true. If there was no Hotep Jesus, there is no young Pharaoh.
I agree with that.
That is the reverse is to, and I got that from a master teacher. A master teacher told me that. Master teacher came to me and said, "Young Pharaoh came and stole your whole grift, Hotep Jesus."
Yeah.
Okay, that's what a master teacher told me, and then that's not the only person that has said that.
That's right. Young Young Pharaoh is he is what happens if Ali Shakur overdosed on the conscious pill.
No, that's if Ali Shakur overdosed on ego.
No, I think you've already overdosed on ego.
Who has?
In a good way.
I have a long time ago. Yeah. I overdosed on my ego when I was 20 something. I've been got over myself. You know what I was doing?
This is good though.
Nigga, you know what I was doing in 2002? Go watch the movie The Big Short. We was wilding out here, bro. Big money was flowing.
I know how I've been watching you for a really long time. You know what I'm saying? In the cut, and I see how crazy you were.
Listen, back in my day, when niggas was wearing white tees, I was wearing zoot suits.
Hotep, you're a genius.
Hold on, I might have to pull it up just to show niggas.
Oh my God! Please don't do that. Don't do that. Don't.
Listen, I might have to go in the archives of Facebook for this shit. I don't even know how to use Facebook.
Because Uncle's gonna crop you. Uncle's gonna crop you and put you in some weird shit.
You could never do that to me because I've been fly. Like all my photos on the internet is fly. Hold on. What page was that under? I think it was under.
This man was wearing zoot suits.
Nigga, I was wearing zoot suits selling mortgages. All right, let's go to see all photos. I think it's on this page. You are not about to say that shit about me and Young Pharaoh. Not on my watch. See what you done started? You done got me pulling up old photos and shit. Nigga, my archive is crazy. Matter of fact, I'm about to put this on the screen just so y'all know my archive is crazy. Hold on. Let's go here. My archive is crazy. This is my first life. This is my first life right here. Why this shit ain't loading? Come on.
You on your third life right now?
Right now? I'm on my second.
You on your second?
I'm on my second life right now.
Okay. I'm trying to reach my second life.
Look. Let's go to albums. No, not that one. That's profile pictures. That's when I had the baby locks. You know what I'm saying? Hold up. Let's go back.
That's all I'm saying is Goldstein. Hotep really is never gonna stick around long enough for you to prove him wrong.
Is never what?
He's never gonna stick around long enough for Goldstein to prove him wrong. It's not. I'll surrender if you could pin Drelly in a debate. I've been challenging this nigga to a live stream debate, to a Zoom debate for 3 years now. And he'll disappear. He's a phantom. He's a phantom coon. You can't catch him.
Oh, it's not on this page.
You can't catch him. You know what I'm saying? All you got to do is just say some lit shit and quote tweet him, and he'll disappear for about a month. And then if you one of the manosphere niggas or Pearl, then he'll show up again and try to say some shit, and then disappear again. Pull it up yet?
Listen, I gotta go to my other page. I got fly shit on this page. I'm about to go to my other page. Listen, man, nigga, I've been fly. Serious? Nigga, I was fly before these niggas knew what fly was. Are you serious?
I believe it.
Are you serious? You know what we was doing? Yo, what page was that on? Don't tell me Facebook delete. Oh, here you go, found it. It's this album right here. I found it. Oh, you niggas is finished. Boom, right there. I had the bottle in my hand, the zoot suit on. You see the fresh haircut, 360 wave spinning, homies in the background. This is how we was moving. You know what I'm saying?
My God.
Do you see it on the screen? I'm not old. I'm still young. You know what I'm saying?
You know you old.
Huh? With the white zoot suit on, with the bottle, champagne, you know what I mean?
My God, nigga. You that nigga
Do not
from,
test my gangster.
Yeah, what's the name? You that nigga from I'm gonna get you sucker. I'm gonna get you sucker. That's no.
Nah, I say, I've been fly.
No.
Montoya said I was introduced to young Pharaoh through Hotep Jesus and Shaka the God. See?
Yeah, I found young Pharaoh a long like when I went down the Brother Polite rabbit hole. I found young Pharaoh.
Oh damn.
Yeah. Man, that's a rabbit hole, but we're not gonna get into that. Listen, Goldstein, I love you, man. I love you, man. You know, you got the grift down, man. You got the future grift down. You know what I mean? You got that down. You can see into the future.
Yeah.
But remember, when I said that black people were lost, you disagreed. And I knew. And this is why you're not gonna win this debate.
Black people are lost?
Debate. Yeah. When black people are done for, we're done.
Who said that?
You and I both said that.
Okay.
I remember the day I was working on a ranch, walking the ranch, and I called into the Grift Report, and I said, black people is done for. And he was like, yeah, they done for. Goldstein's going to be like, no, we're still good. We can still get it. We can't get it, man. We can't get it.
Well,
we can't get it, but I'm saying
I'm gonna reserve my comments on that because I could be biased and I could influence the result of that debate. But I can see it from both sides. There are arguments that you can make on both sides of that argument. I just lean more towards, and I don't want to say why I lean, because that'll give up too much. But anyway, I don't want to say why I lean towards black people are done for. I don't want to say why. I want to hold that.
We know you have the ultimate balance take on from both perspectives. That's why you're heading this shit. That's why you're the shogun of this shit. So, you know what I'm saying? We can't take that from you.
Yeah.
So.
Somebody said I look like I just got drafted.
Yo, fact, man.
Oh,
my cousin
shit.
Dressed like that.
Sauce the Prophet said HJ looked like he just said, hand me that bottle, you drive turkey.
Yeah. See, you old, man.
Said what in the Sean Combs? Nigga, that's how I was moving. I was different, man. I always did my own thing. Even when you look at the picture and you see my homies in the background, like my man's right here got on a polo. You know what I mean? Like, that's what niggas was doing. Nah, I was coming suited and booted. Handkerchief in the pocket. You know what I mean? Bottles. We was popping bottles. We was popping bottles before popping bottles was popping bottles.
Did you ever wear FUBU?
FUBU?
Yep.
I had one FUBU shirt. That shit was fly as hell, though. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yo, I had one. My mom, she washed it.
It's a wrap.
Yo, it was done. I was so sad. That was my
I'm pretty sure that's what happened to my FUBU shirt, too. I'm pretty sure that's what happened to mine, too.
Yo, moms be messing your gear up.
Yo, women will mangle your clothes. Do not let them put your shit in the dryer, yo. They take your shit and they throw your shit in the dryer. The dryer is for my drawers. Do not put my fresh polo in the dryer. Air dry everything, man. When you put it in the dryer just kills it. That's why I remember grandma used to put shit on the line. She used to put shit on the line outside. You get a little fresh air smell to your clothes.
Yeah, that's what you need. Yo, my grandma fucked my hair up.
Yo, guess what? Guess what year that picture was?
1900s, 1929.
That was November 12th, 2007. I posted that.
2007.
2007.
Yo, I was a drug dealer around that time.
You said what?
I was a drug dealer 2007.
Oh, Lord have mercy. See?
Yeah. Yeah, I
can neither confirm nor deny what I was doing at that time period for money. I don't remember. How about that?
Yo. Man, that wasn't too far from prison that day.
Shit. All right, but let me get some more callers in here, man.
All right, but listen, y'all, I'm going to be 36 tomorrow. You know?
Tomorrow?
Tomorrow,
Strong Dad's birthday?
Yeah.
Damn.
Somebody else's birthday too. I ain't gonna put them on blast. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to.
We gotta put that in the phone. You made it to the phone, bro.
Yeah. But just in case I don't get on the Grift Report, because I'm gonna be eating myself a sushi dinner. So
Yeah.
So much love to y'all.
All right. Boom. It's in the calendar. You made it to my phone. And I got a smart app, so that shit'll pop up every year. Happy birthday, just in case I don't talk to you. Enjoy, man.
Word, man. Hotep and Bill, yo.
Hotep and Bill. Oh yeah, AK. Let's talk to AK. AK or Rudy. Who is this?
Call from
Omar.
Who the fuck is Omar?
Wagwan, brethren. I had to. Wait, what the hell? All right, my bad, dude. The delay is like always catches me off guard, man. But hey, what's up, Hotep?
What up, yo?
Man, I'm chilling. So I was listening to a homie in the caller from a couple calls ago. And homie was talking about how most of these influencers and debaters are government. They could possibly be glowy.
Yeah.
Glow sticks.
Yeah.
So I'm watching the Destiny stream one day. I forget which one it was, but he was talking. I forget. I think they were talking. He was talking about Sneeko, and he said something in passing that was real. Like the whole room just turned neon in a motherfucker just instantly when he said this shit. You know what I mean? Like the hair, the strands. I started
What he
to see
say?
the strands of this nigga hair.
What he say?
So he basically said that one of the people, like he has, I guess, people that submit emails to him. And he says he regularly talks to two, I'm not going to say the agency name, but I'll say they rhyme with macabre. You know what I'm talking about? He has two agents from the macabre, you know what I'm saying, that regularly email him and give him subjects to talk about. And then he goes, well, it's nothing. You know, it's nothing. And then he moved on to the topic. It's like, wait. Dog, the hairs on my neck stood up. I said, wait, what? Why he just passed over that? Nobody gonna ask any questions beyond this? Like, what the fuck? You got two of them motherfuckers sitting there what?
Oh shit!
Like, you might not want to glaze over that. You might want to elaborate, bro, because you looking real, like you really glowing right. Like, dog, you Hulk piss glowing right now.
That is pretty glowy. That is, I mean, it's beyond glowing.
And he said they regularly email him about topics to talk about. Yeah. And it's like, dude, it kind of
is that his out though?
Sense.
Is that his out? Is that him creating his out? So when people be like, "Yo, you glow," he like, "Well, I told you I did." I get emails from him.
Potentially, but I don't think. I think the regulars that watch Destiny, they're so caught up in the political angle. Because I ain't gonna lie, he's probably one of the best left debaters I've seen. Like he be running circles around these dudes.
Around who?
I've seen him debate. I forget the supposed white supremacist Nick, but Fuentes is his last name. It's like
he ran circles around Nick Fuentes.
I would say he gave him a pretty good match.
Really?
I would say he gave him a pretty good match. I've seen him debate with, I forget who else.
That don't even sound like real news. That sounds like fake news. Ain't no way he held his own against Nick Fuentes.
He kind of did. I mean, the one thing I will say.
Where? What platform was this on?
This is on his.
On Destiny's platform?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, that don't count. That you can't. That's a home game. That's a home game.
Well,
usually home team.
They had plans for this though. Like they had I guess they had discussed it.
Yeah, but it's not the same.
Lined it up.
You need a moderator. You know, Destiny's controlling the conversation. It's his platform. Yeah, it's his mic's probably louder than Nick Fuentes' because it's his platform. You know, it's a whole lot of things people got to consider.
Well, I will say I think they had Sneeko as a moderator, if I remember correctly. I do think I remember that.
They had a moderator?
Yeah, I think it was Sneeko, if I'm not mistaken.
Sneeko's not a fucking moderator. Oh my fucking God. How you guys see, this is what I'm talking about, yo. Y'all doing debates with Sneeko as the moderator? Sneeko's many things. He's not a debate moderator.
Well, I say all that.
Sneeko need to call me. Sneeko, call me up. Let me fucking ghostwrite your marketing budget, your marketing plan and your budget, yo, because you in the wrong lane, bro. You in the wrong fucking lane. We can get you in the right lane and you could be hot, man. You don't got to do this.
My thing with Sneeko too. He said Sneeko kind of came out of nowhere. I've been following, so I'm a real.
Oh, he said the Fuentes and Destiny debate was on Fresh and Fit. Okay.
No, they had another one too, though. There was one before that.
Oh.
Yeah, they had multiple. They came.
It looked like Fuentes whooped his ass on Fresh and Fit.
I didn't see that one.
It looked like he got his ass whooped.
But like, I don't know. When I watched Destiny debate, maybe it's because the ones I watched, it looked like he's smoking everybody.
Valuetainment.
Like,
you can't do a debate on value. Let me not start talking shit about everybody.
Yeah,
a debate on valuetainment? Who's moderating debates on valuetainment? Valuetainment called me. I already know you ain't got nobody over there strong enough to moderate no debate on valuetainment. I already know you don't.
They got that white dude. I forget his name, but he's like the
forget his
co-host of
name.
the show.
See that? That's how you know they ain't got nobody, because you done forgot his name. Valuetainment called me up.
I'll be real. Like, I watch when Pat David does those like video essays. I'll watch because I think the video essays are really interesting. But like, in terms of like, I'm kind of tired of the red pill talk. I think it's like, at this point, it's exhausted, bro. Listen, if you want a
the red pill's exhausted, that sound like feminist talk. That's feminist talk.
You can't. I feel like I just feel like you can't. Like, how? Listen, the game is simply this, fellas. Unfortunately, there used to be a time where you could be marginal and a woman would stay with you, and it was because she didn't have a job, she just needed a place to stay, whatever. The game has changed because women are naturally driven by material things. So the amount of money that they're making has grown exponentially. And like, every time I see a foreign, I'm in Houston. Every time I see a chick in a foreign
money don't make a bitch come.
No, but what I'm saying is this. What I'm saying is, if women will naturally submit to someone that they respect. So it used to be you could be a 50K dude.
Money ain't the only thing that's gonna make a bitch respect you.
In this day, I would argue.
No, that's going. No. You talking about is little girls. And when little girls grow up, they become women. And women, once they reach a certain age, don't give a fuck about money.
I agree with that. With that. But the reason I say I feel like in Western. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I feel like in Western countries, like, women are damn near incentivized to go towards that.
Here's the issue. You said the red pill's dead. No, the red pill is dead for motherfuckers that don't got the red pill. See, the problem with the red pill is y'all let bitch ass niggas that ain't never had no game. You know what I mean? Like dweebs, right? Y'all get the red pill from people who in high school got no bitches. You can ask anybody that went to high school with me, did I get bitches? And they'll let you know you never saw me without a bitch. And I wasn't even fucking. I just like women. Everybody knows I love women. I was a flirt. You know what I'm saying? So, and girls love me. I was a little pretty boy. Girls loved me, okay? Like, when these the niggas that I used to try to hook up with bitches, like, yo, talk to my mans, he a little weird and shit, but he cool though. You know what I'm saying? I think y'all get along. You know what I mean? I was like the matchmaker guy. You know what I mean? My homeboy's anniversary is my birthday. Okay. Because on my birthday, them two linked. You know what I'm saying? Like, women feel comfortable around me because I'm not on no predator shit. Niggas be on some predator shit now in the red pill. They be straight up predators in the red pill. And you can tell they're predators because what they do is they try to corner women in debates and make them look stupid. That's some predator shit. Why don't you try to get a man and corner a man in a debate? You know what I'm saying? So that's the problem with the red pill. You got niggas that never got no bitches telling you how to get bitches. But really the only reason why they get bitches is because bitches is coming around to take their resources. And then they tell you women are coming around to take your resources. No, bitches is coming around to take your resources. A woman is coming around to help you get more. These niggas keep talking about bitches. This is the problem with the red pill. This is the last thing I'm gonna say. This is the last thing I'm gonna say on this topic is this. Anti-red pill is inherently feminist, because what men need is always a place to talk about our problems and issues and the evolution of the dating pool and the evolution of dating period and matchmaking. This needs to be there because many men don't have male examples, strong male examples. Their father could have died in war, died of sickness, anything could have happened. They might not have met, so they need some place to go and get that, right? The problem is we let the most predatory voices in the game have the loudest voice, and then the real red pill niggas is drowned out. Like, you got to listen to Alpharonomy, or you got to listen to Coach EO, or listen to Minister Jap. Like, this is real red pill shit. This is real good entertainment and good red pill shit. These voices aren't as big as the other names. It's the other names that's drowning it out. But you need a space where men talk about our shit. And only fucking feminists come around and go, oh, men shouldn't talk about men's shit. What? Bitch, shut up.
Well, my argument, I wasn't saying that the red pill is dead. It's just when I look at a lot of these, the figureheads of this shit that be on all these platforms, it just seems like it's like,
nigga,
dog, how many
first of all, I got to give you a pause violation for watching Destiny.
Why? Yo,
I have never.
Hold on. I gotta reject that pause.
What?
YouTube plays Destiny on me.
You sat there and watched it. You watched it.
Yeah.
You
I
watched
had no
Destiny?
interest in debates at first. But I'm always interested.
Fan.
I always want to see the other side.
Let me tell you something. In Hotepistan, we got to lock you up in the gulag 90 days for watching Destiny, man. It's a pause violation. It's a pause. You cannot watch a white man with blue hair speak liberal talking points. That's not allowed, bro. That is banned. That is blasphemy. I mean,
well, you know why he did that, right?
Who?
By Destiny. And the thing is, I was thinking, Destiny?
Nigga,
wait. Let me just say.
The two niggas in the debate y'all mentioned both got rumors of sucking dick. I can't listen to the debate.
That ain't no rumor, dog. Wait,
I don't know what the truth is. All I'm saying is, niggas is sucking dick. I don't want to be nowhere around. Pause.
Well, I mean, I guess it's just when I feel like Destiny is, because sometimes I get into, so I do Uber part-time.
Okay.
And I'm in Houston. Houston is a good mix of like Democrat, liberal, and like, listen, can't help it. Political conversations come up. And I feel like out of everybody I've seen, although sometimes I feel like Destiny will like say shit, it's like, fam, are you just blatantly ignoring certain information? So I've seen him do that a couple times. Just stuff that's like undeniable. But my biggest gripe,
no man should ever be named Destiny. That's a white stripper name. That's a light-skinned bitch with no ass stripper name.
That's the bitch that's gonna destroy your
Come into the stage. We got Destiny. Clap them bones, Destiny.
Take out the D, replace it with Z. Zestiny.
Zestiny.
No, but like my thing is with Destiny, it's just like I watch him because there's been some times he's been like, he's not so hard liberal. Like he'll say stuff that you would say.
Time out. First of all, I gotta exit this conversation. Thank you for the phone call. I cannot debate another grown man about a grown man that sucks dick. We can't do it. Not on my watch.
Fair enough.
We not about to sit up here and debate this shit.
Destiny is glowing, bro. He's glowing like crazy.
I could have told you that. The nigga got blue hair. I didn't need to watch his content to know that, but I do appreciate that information because it confirms it. Because that was some suspect shit that he said.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? All right, let me go. Let me get one more call in here, man.
All right, bro.
All right. I'm gonna go a little OT today. We'll take another call. AK and Rudy, man. Y'all gotta get in here, man. Quick. AK and Rudy. Fucking serious? What the fuck? Y'all turn on the internet and this the shit y'all be watching? This was wrong with the world. Who gets on the internet and watches a white boy with blue hair talk? Are y'all serious? This is the issue when you grow up in 80s, baby. You be looking at this new shit Like, yo, what the fuck? Like, this nigga would have got clowned when I went to school. Are you serious? This nigga would have been crying in the corner from bullying. Are we fucking shitting me?
Call from
AK.
AK, what up, yo? You watch Destiny, yo?
Fuck no. That dude is trash. The only time I've ever seen anything that, honestly, the only time I've ever seen Destiny on anything is like, I watched Tim Cast, right? And so he was on there, and I had to turn the shit off because his way of winning the debate is just talking fast and saying a bunch of fucking nonsense that people won't push back on. And it's annoying because you can see it if you have, like, at all, just like your third eye's even open a crack, you can see what he's doing. He's just talking super fast, throwing a bunch of information, and then he fucking changes the topics and everyone lets him. He's a fucking terrible debater.
Yo, Tanai said Destiny is IP banned in Hotepistan.
Hell yeah, man. Nah, man. Listen, there's a kill on sight with Destiny and Hotepistan, all right? We can't let that nigga cross the fucking wall. He's too corrosive, man. He's too corrosive.
No, we're not going to kill him. We're not going to kill him. We're just going to pack him up and send him right back to the border, just like we do the rest of these motherfucking migrants.
Hey, man, I'll be running the KGB, man, so you don't have to worry about it. We'll do all, be underground, man.
We not even. I don't even want Destiny locked up. I don't even want him in Hotepistan. As soon as we catch him, we send him on the other side of the border, far, far away. I don't even want him. I don't even want him locked up in Hotepistan. We deporting everything. Criminals get deported. We dropping you off in the middle of fucking nowhere. Matter of fact, you want to go to prison? We're dropping you off in Australia.
Let's do it. Let's drop him off. Actually, we drop him off in like the Arctic Circle on a raft, so he's got to really work for it.
No, I want them to suffer. I want them to deal with 6-foot-long fucking spiders and shit, and gators and shit, crocodiles and shit. This is what I want: snakes and kangaroos that box and massive COVID laws. All criminals in Hotepistan get extradited with a one-way ticket to Australia.
Or now hear me out. We drop him off in like the middle of the Congo, and he's got to get his way out. He'll have some realization of the strength of Mother Africa. He'll have to find a way to get through the primates, whether it's the gorillas, the chimpanzees. Yeah, man.
You know what? I love Africa so much. I refuse to send criminals to Africa. We're sending all criminals to fucking Australia. Let Australia deal with these motherfuckers. They'll have them locked up in a prison. They end up in the Congo.
Fair.
Somebody might put a gun in their hand.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true. Hey, man, I wanted to two things I want to touch on real quick. So, this Jason Hinkle guy, Jackson Hinkle.
Yeah.
Man, his grift is insane. And what's crazy is that because, like, he's dated supermodels or whatever in the past, like, people listen. Like, I know a bunch of MAGA people that are open to it, and it's like this dude's grifting, and he kind of feels like it's an op, because if you're MAGA and then you're like MAGA communism, and then you're like sending his retweets, that's just wild as shit to me, man.
Now,
like, to fall for that shit is crazy.
That nigga, he grifting, and people letting him get away with it.
They're so letting him get away with it, man. And I was disappointed, man, because like Phil Labonte, he does the Tim Cash shit, and he's, anti-communist dude. And he was like tweeting, man, he was like, I want to get at this cat. I would personally like to see you versus him on the culture war, like you said. That would be fucking dope. Like, get someone, like, Phil does an all right job, but you would crush Jackson Hinkle, man. It would be game over, bro. Game over. So I would love to see that, man.
Yeah,
crush his ass.
Yeah, we need that.
It's silly. And then the other thing
Hinkle versus Hotep.
Yeah, it even has a good alliteration, man. Come on, man. Mm-hmm. You can't pass that up. It's marketing gold right there. But hey, man, there's only one of you, and you can't be everywhere all the time, because then everyone just be rich, man. If there's more than one H there, man.
Right. Right.
Here's the other thing I wanted to touch on, right? So talking about the CBDC stuff, and I keep going back to this because ever since you've been talking about it, I've been diving deeper and deeper, and I just wanted to ask your opinion, right? So I guess the main nature, right, of like kind of diving into the CBDCs of why these central banks are pushing for it is that if you have the ability to centralize, right, this digital currency, the central banks, right, they're the ones that are going to be managing all of these countries' CBDCs. Is that right?
Yeah.
In the same way that right now, if you have fiat currency, the central bank, again, is managing on a regional level, whether it's the Federal Reserve or the IBR or whatever, right, or IRB. They're managing kind of the monetary policy, deciding like when to issue more. So that's would all be though on a digital scale with CBDCs. Is that probably the best way for me to understand it?
Wait, say that last part again.
That in the same way that they're doing that right now with fiat currency of all these different countries, they'd be just doing it with the digital currency that's issued by each of these like Federal Reserve kind of, we'll call it regions.
Yeah.
And then the central bank is the one that's setting the policy, but for all of the countries.
Correct. That's what they're talking about with the regulations. So it'll be like some sort of international regulation body.
Right. So this is like the world coin that you've been discussing recently, right?
Right.
Of like people need to understand that the biggest threat is that we lose as individual countries all sovereignty. It completely will be wiped out. Right now, you can make a strong argument that we already have lost a lot of our sovereignty because of globalism. Like earlier in the chat, someone bringing up, NAFTA and all these other trade agreements. In a certain sense, we already have given up our sovereignty, but this is like the final solution.
because humanity is about the exchange of resources, and money is the conduit for all of those things. So when you control the money, you control humanity.
Right, and it takes it as it's right now. It's kind of like it's broken apart. Right, there's still this ability where I can hold on to some type of asset, that's in a monetary aspect, right? Fiat currency. I can hold on to bonds and things like that. But this kind of will crush all of that. Like it gets rid of all of that because there'll be less incentive for any nation to continue to hold these hard assets that are available for individual citizens to be able to hold on to, right? It's
no. Hard assets go up like in value when you make a play like this. You're seeing that with BRICS, many of the BRICS countries, particularly anybody who's in cooperation with Africa, is going to be backing their currencies with real fucking gold, because the United States doesn't have gold. Okay, United States gold was stolen during the Bretton Woods Agreement from Maynard Keynes, and I think the other guy's name was White. It was two of them that was working on it, and so we don't have no gold. We don't have no gold. Our gold has got siphoned off, much of it to Europe.
Okay, so when it comes to hard assets, right? Is it going to kind of be in a system where, again, as individuals, we lose our autonomy because the ability to gain those hard assets is going to be almost impossible because it's now going to be all concentrated in the most powerful? So
I think that's what makes Bitcoin unique, because a lot of people are holding Bitcoin as a reserve asset too. So Bitcoin is like digital gold. That's what I was saying before. So where countries don't hold physical gold, you'll see a lot of countries buying Bitcoin as a reserve asset.
Now that you just said that, I know that, it's always bad to give financial advice, but a light just clicked in my mind that holding a more durable crypto such as Bitcoin would be a smart play, because this is the way that it's going, and Bitcoin will probably be out of control. Like it's going to fucking skyrocket likely because of what you just said, right? Like of these other assets that you can go, the labor that it takes to mine gold or purchase other raw materials or mine raw materials is significantly higher than for someone to hold on to Bitcoin. So that's just something that just popped into my head. Again, I know that you're never going to give advice because let motherfuckers figure shit out on their own, but something that just popped in my head.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you what I like to do. I like to go with something that's hard and safe, something that has a lot of utility, and then a startup project or a micro cap, right? And I set my stock portfolio up the same way, right? So you know, you got your blue chips and you got your micro caps. So Bitcoin will be a blue chip. Ethereum would be a functional blue chip because Ethereum is running fucking CBDCs, I think in Singapore or some fucking where. And then you got or was that Australia? And then you got the micro caps like Syscoin, right? So you got the micro caps like Syscoin, where that's where you can really make a bag if that coin like jumps up, right? So you know, like if Bitcoin jumps up, yeah, you can make a bag, but it's not the same as when a micro cap jumps up. You like really making a fucking bag. You know what I mean? Because you bought it for like pennies on a dollar.
And shit like that.
Yeah, that's when you get the fucking Lamborghini money. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you take a small portion of your portfolio and you gamble it, you know, on a micro cap, which has the potential to be a Lamborghini. But if you lose that money, you don't really care, right? But if it holds its value, it's like, well, at least it's holding its value somewhat. So it's still there, right? So if it explodes to Lamborghini, great. But at least you keep something in a reserve asset like a Bitcoin and the Ethereum.
Yeah, man. I just wanted to, again, just kind of throw out what I had going in my mind for anyone else that's trying to try and really get understood.
But you nailed it, though. You get
it.
You said it destroys your sovereignty. That's it.
Yep.
That's it.
All right, man. I'm going to let Rudy get on here and let you get out of here. Thanks for holding on extra, but Hotep and Bill, brother.
Hotep and Bill. See, he catch me on that CBDC topic, and he just get me to going. You know what I mean? He's smart. Rudy, get ahead. I'm going to take Rudy last because he's one of the homies. Hopefully he's feeling well. Just finished his birthday. With the exception of the kangaroo, HJ just described my neighborhood. Strong Dad said, kill on sight. I don't care. Come on, man. We do not like murder in Hotepistan. In fact, there will be no murders in Hotepistan. There will be no murders. We do have scientists in Hotepistan, so there may be experiments. Shh, don't tell nobody I said that. This would not be, but honestly, like really, you know, this whole concept of killing and locking people up, like that's why like some communists were like, oh, jail doesn't make any sense. And I'm like, you know what? You're actually fucking right. What does your idea look like? What does your solution instead of jail look like? My solution instead of jail is like, you know, we got pedophiles and shit like that. Yeah, you experiment on the motherfuckers. Don't kill them. Fucking experiment. Take his fucking eye out and put that shit in a dog and see what it works like. You know what I'm saying? Like, Rudy, what up, man?
What's going on, brother? I know I don't want to keep you long, man. I know the Grift went long, man. Some long-winded cats out there today.
Listen.
Hey, but listen, real quick, man. Just a quick point, man.
Mm-hmm.
The only true currency in this world is the currency you build with the Almighty, man, and your friends and your family. People, man. The fiat currency is fucking meaningless, man-made, devil, systematic shit that they're going to push down your fucking throat. They took it off the gold standard, and like you said, gold won't really shit to begin with. It was manipulated. But then they put out paper money, and now they're talking about a digital dollar that's all backed up by the Social Security number and the tax money you're fucking going to pay. So the only real currency in this life is what you build with the Almighty and your friends and family, man. Stand on your word, be a fucking man, and that's all I got to say, brother, man. Great show as usual, man, and I'm out, man. Hotep and Bill.
Hotep and Bill. See, that's how you supposed to do your call. That's how you supposed to do your call. Show them how it's done, Rudy. Come in, you empty the fucking AK, and get out of there. You know what I'm saying? That's how you supposed to do your call. It wasn't a or a anywhere in there. He did that shit in a minute and 1 second. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I do believe in Goldstein has a great point. I always said, you know, like sometimes I remember one time I went on a crypto one of these crypto streams, live streams and shit. And they were talking about, oh, you know, this asset, you know, buy this, buy that. And I went on that motherfucker like, yo, the best motherfucking thing you want to buy right now is some bullets. Everybody's like, oh yeah, that's true. Like, nah, I don't know why. I got a thing about me that just make me tell the truth. I don't know what it is, but I gotta be honest about things, man. And bullets, you know, multifunctional. They're multifunctional. I mean, when we think of money, like far future dystopian, bullets could be a form of currency. Bullets can be a form of hard currency. Now, I do want to tighten up some things Rudy said before I get out of here, because I'm leaving after this. I do want to tighten up some things he said. He said fiat currency. There is an argument out there that says fiat currency is not inherently evil, although it kind of is, right? So it kind of opens the door for the devil. But having a certificate, proof of purchase, is not necessarily a bad thing. It's just when you have a proof of purchase and that proof of purchase is not valid, meaning when I go to cash it in, they're like, oh, it's not good. It's not valid. We don't have any gold left. And this is what happened to John Law out in France. You know, talk about that in my book as well. Can't talk about money unless you talk about John Law. That's in my book. I got a whole playlist on here. The Patriot Report. Go watch that. I got a whole playlist on here. We discuss John Law. Is what it is. Is what it is. But fiat currency isn't necessarily, it's just that motherfuckers, when they create it, it just ends up becoming a scam. People, but that's the thing. That's just the nature of man. The ego is going to make people just scam shit. That's what they do. They just be scamming motherfuckers. Damn, I was fly. Damn, I was fly. See that? Don't you ever test my fly. Don't you ever test my fly. Hey, don't forget, get your Master Focus discount. Discount is on the screen, the QR code. It's our 360-degree approach to brain health, brain restoration, to give you optimal brain boosting. Hoteps, we do herbs. You already know what time it is. It's pretty much half off with the link in the description box or the QR code or coupon code Grift Report. Memory amplifiers, brain builders, energy boosters, mood enhancers, and of course we attack the gut. The gut is the second brain. This is something they leave out when they talk about the COVID conversation and they talk about the immune system. They tend to forget about gut health. When we talk about the immune system as it is, you have the innate system, you have the adaptive system, and then you have the interferon system. But part of that gut-brain axis is the gut health, okay? And when we talk about sickness and health, you have to talk about the immune system. You can't leave out the gut. So when the gyms are closed and McDonald's open, we have a breach. We have calamity. We have deception. We have every negative word you can think of in the fucking dictionary. This is why you have to tackle up here with your belly. Even when you breathe, you need to breathe from the belly. It's something about this belly. And I think it has a lot to do with the solar chakra. The solar chakra. And soul, sons. See, we getting too esoteric. So we got to attack. We got to clear up the space that's connected to your soul. Think about that. Think about every time you put something in your body, is going to your gut, right where you got your solar plexus. You see what I'm saying? You got that soul there. That's where your soul is, right? Or that's where they say it permeates from, right? It permeates all through your body, but that's one of its main center. That's the center. So we got to attack the gut health. And this is what so many people miss when it talks about brain health, the enteric nervous system. Hey, like I said, take your Master Focus. You be on point. I'm out of here. I'm about to go do the homeschooling thing. I'm a homeschooling dad. I'm about to go do that shit with the kids and all of that. You know, Yeah, I know. See y'all tomorrow, 2 p.m. for the Grift Report. I love y'all. Hotep and Bill.
Yeah, I can try to get that handled for you. Again, it's only my second day, so if you can give me a second. How am I supposed to do this? How the hell are we supposed to do this by 5 o'clock?
I have no clue.
Is that possible? Hey, do you have the password to... How'd you finish all your work already?
He's not tapped in.
How'd you get that done so quick? They think they're gonna be able to budget that?
It's money. That's money right there. You understand?
You guys finished your work 6 hours early?
He's not tapped in.